Hello, it's Greg Watford again, and welcome to this video in which we're going to be looking at how to get really reliable traffic super fast, okay, by using other people's lists. Now, I assume that you've already got a sales funnel set up, or you've got a web page where you're accepting traffic and you're making sales, whether it be membership or a physical sale, or maybe an affiliate. Even if you're doing MLM, this will still work for you. Okay, so what we're going to do is go through some background of just to bring you up to speed of how to use other people's lists. And then we'll actually place a live order on one of those lists. And I'll show you how simple it is to do that. Okay, so stay with me for that. So that's going to be very exciting. So let's get stuck straight into this about using other people's lists. Now, I assume that you've got a sales funnel. This is my diagram. I'm sure you've seen it before in other videos. I keep referring back to it because it's what I call a good sales funnel, or it's a professional sales funnel. And it consists of a capture page up front where you're capturing the name and email address of basically your subscribers. Your visitors are coming onto your page, and a proportion of those are going to be giving you their name and email address, and then from there they go on to, there's an offer page, as we call it. That's, some people call it a sales page. It's got a video or maybe just text explaining about your product or service. So you go through, and there's a sales page at the end where they put in all their credit card details, etc. So you drive traffic to that page up the front, called the capture page or a squeeze page or a landing page, and those people go into your list manager. Aweber is the typical one. Get Response is another one. There's lots and lots of autoresponder slash list managers around. So you capture them in your list manager, and then you drip feed them with emails to explain about your product and build a relationship with them, so you can build trust, and they wouldn't buy off you. Because there's a funny thing about people when they buy. A lot of people are just tire kicking. So there's a window. My coach and mentor talks about a window of opportunity, and it sort of moves. So when someone comes to your website or capture page, they may not be ready to buy, because they're, as I said, they're just doing their research, as I say, tire kicking. So that window of opportunity, when they're ready to buy, you've got to be top of mind, and an easy way to do that is by sending them emails, and that's where that little dash line is there. So there you are, making money from your sales. Okay. Now, there's a variety of ways to get traffic. There's probably about 10 or 20 different ways to get traffic. Just even putting your link on your blog page or your Facebook page that's works. But what we're going to do is in this case, we're going to drive a whole heap of traffic super fast, super good traffic, and you're going to go bang, 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 bang with sales. That's what we're looking for in this particular video. So how you're going to do that is by using other people's lists, as I've got there, and we're going to send the people on the other people's lists an email, and that email is actually called a solo ad. Now, it's called a solo ad because I suppose it's maybe a little bit historical. Often list managers have they broadcast out on a regular basis a newsletter, for example, and they would sell advertising in that newsletter. There'll be an ad. You could put a banner at the top, or you could put an ad in the middle, or you could put a banner or some sort of an ad at the bottom. It gets cheaper the further down it goes. So, and that could go out once a week or once a fortnight, once a month, or whatever. So that's where you can still do that to this day. But a lot of list managers will actually allow a single email to be sent out as a broadcast to that list, and it's your email. Hence the term solo ad. It's a standalone advert, a short little email to say, hey guys, I've got this product, click on this link to come and buy off me. Something a bit better than that, but that's the idea of it. And it's nicknamed solo ads. Okay. Now you'll hear the term swipe copy. Swipe copy is referring to the text that's in the email, because you've swiped it off someone else. I think that's where it came from, because you can go and pinch someone else's solo ad, someone else's swipe copy, and it's called swipe copy. So it's often just called a swipe. What you'll swipe is the text that goes inside the email that will be broadcast out to the owner, to the list, by the list owner on your behalf. look, just one other point. You can actually do a list swap arrangement. If you've got a list and someone else has got a list, and you can send an email to them and they can send an email to you, you can swap lists, as it were. And you can even buy lists, for 1 cent a subscriber, or half a cent a subscriber. You can go and buy 10,000 lists of name, address, and phone number. Very difficult. I'm not fussed on that method. It's very difficult to handle that. And often those lists have been sold to people like yourself 10, 20, 50 times over, and the list may be a year or 2 or 5 years old. You don't know. That's not the way to go. We're not actually buying lists. We're just allowing the list owner, the list manager, is allowing a single ad to be sent out on your behalf. And you just give him your email, the swipe copy, and they'll go and send it out. Okay, now the cost of these. This is my estimate. Anything around about 10 to 20 cents is rubbish. Generally, it depends. There are exceptions, and we're paying per click here, by the way, as opposed to paying per view. Paying per view is just when your capture page or your website is displayed in front of someone. So you can buy pay-per-view advertising. I'm not overly fussed in it. I prefer a click. So in other words, someone has actually clicked on somewhere, either on a URL, a link on another web page, and gone to your web page. It's a click. Or they may have clicked on a link inside an email, and this is basically what we're talking about here. So they've actually done something. They're sort of half interested. They've read your email. They're half interested in what you've got to sell, as it were. Okay, so if you're going to buy these clicks, 10 or 20 cents, it's a bit down the bottom of the pearl, as it were. Look, normally 30, 40, 50 cents is a good place to start. If you're looking at 60, 70, 80, that's sort of up there. You would expect a good quality list with good conversion rates or click-through rates. The click-through rate is the ratio between how many people click on your website and how many people go through to your next page by putting in their name and email address. It's called click-through rate. So once you get to $1, you really expect good quality traffic to be hitting your capture page. Dollar to $2, yeah, $1.50 is normally the top. Now you can buy clicks at $2 and $3 and $4 and $5 and $10 a click. They're a bit out of the ordinary. I normally call them buyers lists. Just to give you an example, someone fills in a questionnaire, name, address, phone number, etc. They will get rung. Mr. Smith, this is Fred Bloggs from ABC Company, just confirming that you're still interested in your health and fitness products. Yes, okay. And your email address is this? Yes, okay. Right. So please check your inbox in the next couple of days because we're about to send you a special offer. All right, thank you, Mr. Smith. Right, boom, you hang up, and you would actually send your email, your swipe would actually go out selling health and fitness product or whatever it may be. So those people are highly motivated. They're expecting your email in the next 24 to 48 hours, and the product that you're selling is something that they're interested in right now to buy. Okay, so you would pay $2 a click, $5 a click, and you just do the arithmetic on that, the maths on that, and work it out. Okay, so how many go through to you as a subscriber, and how many people go and buy your product? And if you've got a $50 product or $100 product, you wouldn't mind paying $5 a click if every second person jumped into your subscriber list and actually purchased. So look, that's roughly about it. So the normal is about 30 to maybe 60 cents, 80 cents is sort of up there. $1 is really good quality, and normally you don't normally see them over about $1.50. This is the normal solo ads we're referring to. Now, just to fill you on just one other thing. There are organisations around that have lists that have tens of millions of subscribers in size, huge, and they send out each day, maybe 1 or 2 or 5 million emails a day is being sent out. Like there's about 1,000 a second going out. So I've just got an example here just to give you the picture of what is out there. And we've got a list owner. I've got 10 million. This is only an example, by the way. You've got 10 million subscribers on their list, and they sell clicks in bulk. to a wholesaler who sells those to what let's call a retailer. And I'm suggesting they're 100,000 clicks at 10 cents each to the wholesaler. So 10,000 clicks at 5 cents each to this retailer. And the retailer goes and sells it to you. You're down the bottom of the food chain, and you'll be paying, let's say in this example, a dollar a click. And that's basically how it works. You can put your little 100 click or 200 click order in at the bottom, and up it goes, and they go through rotators. Often that sort of arrangement, solo ads are not used. All you've got to do is give that retailer your link to your page, and that's it. And that link is put into rotators all the way up. So the list owner at the top, who's sending out 1 million or 2 million a day, does it on a rotator, and inside the rotator is there your link, and it's driving traffic. Of course, there are various niches in this list, by the way. Some could be on financial, some could be health and fitness, some could be BizOp, making money online. Okay, so you just tell them which category that you're interested in, or your product is targeted for, and they'll set that up. So there's no real solo ad that goes out. Sometimes they may send a bit of a generic solo ad out, and your link will be in it. So just to fill you in, there's lots of solo sellers out there, as they're called, that do this sort of thing. They actually retail. They don't own the list. Yes. So even though they may have lists themselves, they're not. They're part and parcel of a larger arrangement. Just let me just show you some of these people. Let's say I'll just start off with him. Now, here's a disclaimer. Please do not rush out and place ads with these people before you've sussed them out, as it were. My suggestion is only buy 100 or maybe 200 maximum clicks on your first go around. You need to establish communication with these people by sending them emails, so they've got to reply. If they don't reply to you, by the way, walk away from them. Remember that. So my suggestion is you send an email straight up to them and say, I'm considering using you as a solo seller. Here's my product. Here's the niche that I'm looking at. Does your list fit with my campaign, with my product? And they'll come back to you and say yes or no and whatever. So it's softly. Don't go and jump in and spend hundreds of dollars with these guys and then say, gee, that didn't work very well. I just poured money down the toilet. Okay, I'm just showing you these as an example of what the websites look like. Now, you can find these sort of people just by going Googling solo sellers. Just go bang, and there's hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, out there. So this guy, this is EL. Look, I've used him before. He's pretty reliable. And you'll see it's about 1 meter long sales page, by the way, and it could be 2 meters. And so testimonial after testimonial after testimonial. And we're going down with more testimonials. Oh, here we are. So he's selling his clicks at a 60 cents, okay? And down a bit further, and he's got his contact details down the bottom. Never ever deal with anybody. Don't place an order with anybody. You can't contact them, okay? Don't have them hiding behind a website. I'm just going back to the top. So that's just one. Here's another. Who we got? Oh, Anthony Tilley. Look, it looks pretty good. The last time I used him, I wasn't overly impressed with the results. But it depends upon your capture page and the product that you've got. And you need to record, test and measure, test and measure, test and measure every campaign that you send out. Otherwise, you're just throwing money all over the place, and you think, anyhow. We'll get to that towards the end. So I'm just scrolling down with Anthony Tilley's, and you can see lots and lots of video testimonials. Looks good. And more testimonials, more testimonials, more testimonials. And we're going more testimonials, videos, testimonials, videos. I'm trying to get the pricing, by the way. This is a long sales page. Oh, there he is there doing a bit of training. Now, more. Oh, here we go. Okay, so the point I wanted to make with Anthony Tilley, and as with some other solo sellers, they have categories of who they're going to send out to, so because they can filter it. So if you have a look here, see it says 75% tier 1 minimum. Now, tier 1 is basically all the English-speaking countries that have got money. We've got US, we've got Canada, we've got Australia, we've got New Zealand, and we've got the UK. 5. So whenever you hear the term tier 1 or top tier, right, that's referring to those 5 countries only. So when he says 75% tier 1 minimum, that means 25% of the traffic that he's going to be sending you to your capture page is coming from Nigeria, Pakistan, India, Philippines, Morocco, wherever, Russia. So 75%, if you're English speaking and you're looking for someone to buy off you, in other words, they've got a credit card and they've got money, yes, really tier 1 is the really only way to go. So I'm just, what did we, sorry, I just jumped there, back. We're looking at 57.5 cents per click. Okay, so 50 to 60 cents a click. I'm scrolling down a bit further. Here we are, 100% tier 1. So those 5 countries, okay, only those 5 countries, US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and UK. And he's up to 72 cents a click. That's the cheapest, by the way. If you go down where he's doing the smaller the order, normally the higher the price. So he's got $1.15. So he's got $1.15 a click there. And his last one here is 100. So he's got 100% US only. So it's only going to go to America. And if we go down to the smallest quantity, 200 clicks. 200 clicks, he's selling it for $1.30. Okay, so you can choose which area those around the world you're going to get traffic from, and you're going to pay accordingly. I'm scrolling back to the top because I think we've finished with him. Look, another one is Igor. There's Igor Kieferts. He's in Israel. He's a very good friend of our mentor, and I've bought off Igor before. Very reliable, and results are quite good, as a matter of fact. Results are quite good. But Igor does a little bit differently. He's actually got a manager that manages all this. Igor puts himself up front. This guy, this Miles Seegers, I came across this. I don't know why I clicked on it. This is a couple of months ago. And this testimonial is a really, really good testimonial. It's of Igor. And it was very, very good. I'm going down to the bottom. This is Dennis. Dennis manages Igor's business, so you'll be dealing with Dennis. Dennis will accept your order. And if you notice, this is where you actually start. So you actually got to put your name in here, contact email, what's your offer, Earl, URL, so the link. So your offer is the product that you're actually selling, and the who's your target market, who do you want to sell to, and anything else we should know. Are you a beginner, intermediate, or advanced? So Igor with Dennis is actually establishing contact with you first, and they want to look at your product before they will accept your order. So I think it's a very good idea to actually do that. And so that's Igor. That's one place that you can go as well.